Hello, it's Sandra. I'm back with this painting again. Feeling a lot more energized today and looking at this painting here. This was the landscape it had snow in that. And then I just went crazy with all the mark making, all these different utensils I used in the last video. And I'm looking at it now with appraising it and thinking, how can I make the certain areas I want to stand out, and how can I turn it into a painting that has light and dark, good value tones, and just one that you want to look at. Now, I've got my gesso. I use gesso a lot. It's a wonderful thing. I've got a big brush this time. I find using a big brush and a sponge really helpful for this exercise. And what I'm going to do, this is quite a thinned down form of gesso, so I'll put a bit of water onto it. And the areas that I just want to show through, whoops, that's a bit too much on there. We'll get another brush, and I'll show you still a bigger brush, but you see, you can tone down easily and paint over marks. They still come through, which is good. And I'm just trying to create a softening of this art and just getting the shapes and marks together so I can actually see the colours, see the different marks underneath all this, and try and make it so that we're creating a unity in the work. Because if you don't do this, what happens is you look at it and you sort of think, where do I go from here? Like, it's obviously that's a bit of black charcoal. You can see what I've done there, that charcoal there, and it's marked here. I'll have to wipe this brush. That was never sealed, so this is what happens, and it creates muddy work. And you can see just before your eyes how you can avoid muddy work. You wash your brush straight away and you get back into either using the bigger brush, or you can also use, and I quite like using this. This one, unfortunately, was just a bit too big. I started too big. Just going to wet that a little bit. And this is a quick way to actually get the shapes in and decide where my value tones are. And you can see my value tones are quite dark and dark through here. So I'm going to try and do something about this. It always pays to just cover over. You don't want too many light and too many dark colours. Otherwise it's going to make the painting look very drab. So the idea is to be very selective what you leave in and what you take out. By all means, leave some interesting work. I've done that there. Not sure about that there, but we'll run that over. These sponges are wonderful. They're just sponges you pick up in an art shop. They're quite cheap and they work very well. I find I use them a lot. You'll find that I have my favourite little things I use, and a lot of the times I use credit cards. I use things like this. And I find them wonderful because very quickly you can create and look at what you've got. So all I'm trying to do is just colour in and eliminate all the dark colours. We'll use some of it off here. Okay, let's use that. Now, I'm going to go to the back of this. Just rub it through. And it gives a lovely smooth sort of soft look very quickly. And you can see what you want to keep and what you don't want to keep. And again, I'm just not sure where this painting's going. I'm just playing it every day and just seeing what happens. Again, we've got the charcoal coming through. Do you see that grey? Don't like that grey, and that's because I didn't seal the charcoal stick that I used, and it's happened in a few places here, as you can see. So I'm going to just take that out because it's actually making a mess of my canvas, and we don't want that. So we can easily just, this is what's so great, you can just get an old rag and wipe it out. If it doesn't look right, wipe it out and start again. No big problem. But everything you do in art, you can always fix. Never ever think, oh, what do I do now? I can't do this and I don't know what to do here. Have a go. Try something, see what happens. And if you don't like it, you do just what I've done. You rub it out. And see, we don't have that grey, dull tone in there. It's still slightly there, but I don't mind a little bit of it because it's a nice neutral colour. Tones things down. There it is there again. So it's come through a charcoal stick I think I used, and I don't think when I did it that I actually sealed it. You can see it's coming off now. So you must have a lot of good rags around. It's coming off back there, that dark mark there. We can always add more dark marks, so just because you take it off, it doesn't mean you can't put it back on. No. So here we go. Now, this is a long way from finishing, but what I wanted to show you today was that it's okay to just keep adding and subtracting, adding and subtracting. And I'm just going through here quickly, having a good look. It's still slightly grey, and that's okay. It's not as bad as it was. It means with a bit of grey, it means the dark will shine out quite strong. I'm going to just subtract a little bit of work here. Try and get a few interesting marks in so your eye is following the interesting marks around, and you can just keep moving through. It's a wonderful technique. It's add and subtract, I call this. So this is what I will call how to add and subtract. So there it is there. It's not finished, but that's the stage we're at here. I will now leave this. I'll come back. I might add more oil pastels, more mark making, and just keep building up the layers. Okay, so happy painting in your happy place. Enjoy, feel free, feel the joy, and feel energized. And that's why I paint. I love the feeling of feeling energized. Thanks for watching. Bye.